I'm with Ipsos SMX, and I'm going to talk to you today about the challenge of digital convergence and deepening insights to maximize impact. So have any of you seen this imagery before? It's an artist named Douglas Copeland. I was recently just mindlessly going through my Instagram feed, and someone posted this, and it stopped me. I kind of thought about it, and I actually thought about my pre-internet brain. And it was pretty amazing how much has changed. I used to use a Thomas guide. I live in LA. 10 years ago, it was the thing for maps. Now Google Maps. So now when I need to go 8 blocks, I still am how do I get there? So it's just the behaviors have changed. And my point of showing this imagery is that whether we want to believe it or not, people are doing things differently. They're using the online world to do and live their life, to discover, to analyze, to learn. So in the past, our worlds were probably pristine. Data was not as all over the place as it is today. And as you can see, that's been changing. Today, I think 90% of data was created in the last 2 years. And in the future, that's proliferating even more. So when we think about what Ipsos does and how we kind of address the challenge of how do we take what's going on in the digital world and actually create value from that, we're really thinking about connecting the dots. What we do at Ipsos is across the board. We have multiple groups within Ipsos and multiple methodologies. Ipsos SMX is really taking a social layer to that learning and providing some more value to what we're learning for our clients. So our goal is to help clients inspire and accelerate business growth by putting the consumer voice at the heart of their organization. So we do this with listening, so social listening. We also do this with community, so creating engaging, collaborative environments for brands to interact with consumers in real time. And how that is happening is changing every day. So in today's presentation, I'm going to give you one specific example to help illustrate what we're talking about. So a retailer came to us. They had just finished a consumer touchpoint study on paths to purchase. So they'd gotten all of this great data points. They'd gotten a nice little report telling them kind of how is my consumer shopping and how is that path to coming to my store happening. But a major element was missing. Really specifically, how does today's reality, how does the social environment and the digital age relate to these touch points? So what we did is we did a listening study. So we were able to hone in on the specific path to purchase points. So campaigns, catalog, experience in store, et cetera. And we were able to overlay this with listening data. So we were able to pinpoint, focus how we were actually searching social data, because there's a lot out there, and then look at what were people talking about. So in this chart, you'll see the size of the bubble is how much conversation's happening. The green, red, black is sentiment. And then on top of that, we were able to overlay verbatim. So what are those people actually saying in the social realm? In addition to that, though, we wanted to look at, well, what does it mean? Is it bad? Is it good? And also, is it spreading? Is it in places where people are going to share it? So what we found is if you look at this chart, it's looking at amount of conversation. It's looking at whether it's negative or positive, but it's also looking at virality. So is this going to be somewhere that it's going to spread? So if you'll see, service, it's more negative than positive how people were talking about it. Even though it's not the thing that people are talking about the most, it was actually in the most viral part of the internet, meaning it was on Twitter. So to share that, I could easily retweet it. So this is a so what? This is that's something for me to keep in mind. And we were able to do this looking at listening data. So in conclusion, we really believe that the future of market research no longer relies on a single data source. Listening is as important as asking. And really, social is embedded in every story. So it's our goal to help you tell that story in a truly holistic way and overlay that social component to what you're talking about. My name's Menaka. Thank you very much.